Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to unbox my items from Hobonichi. I did get two orders because I didn't want the tariffs to be too crazy, so I did make two separate orders. It probably would have been better if I did all one, but I wasn't quite sure the first time. Anyway, stay tuned and I'll show you what I got. Alrighty, so this was my first option or my first selection for Hobonichi. The Hobonichi 2026 all over the box. And then we open it. I've never shopped directly from Hobonichi before. I did this time because the freaking paperweight was adorable. And as you can see, I have already opened this box and gone through everything because I couldn't help myself. So it has the lovely quote on the front. What kind of person do you like? Do you want to be like them? I think you are like that. Even if it's just a little bit. Safety matches fireside chat. Okay. So typical box, I'm assuming, just tidy, whatever. And you recognize these. But there is some little goodies for a millennial of my certain age. Um, and it makes me very happy. I saw it debuted on the Instagram and just got absurdly excited. So obviously, Hobonichi 2026, the book, the setup. Um, Absolutely love the theme this year as well. And when I say a millennial like me, a quiet nerdy girl that is just sitting in the corner, attempting to not be observed. So Tamagotchi, who remembers? Raise your hands. I did get the pencil board for two different sizes. Um, I did get the weeks because I do want to switch my everyday carry to a weeks. So this is the back of the week size pencil board. It's got, the little character that you start out with and his little things that he does, and then a ruler for guidelines. So it's double sided, and then this lovely Tamagotchi themed print. And then that's the week size. And then I also got the A5 because I don't actually have an A5 pencil board, and I find myself often wishing that I have one. So the theme is obviously you can see that Tamagotchi land, and it's got like little amusements and things with the different evolutions of the Tamagotchi. And then on the back, it's got like the little mothership diagram. It's so cute. Like that's adorable. Why there's so many eggs on there? Anyway, so those are those two things, and then I also got this little um, tote bag. It's listed on the Tamagotchi website as a gift bag. I gifted this to myself because it brings great joy. It's just a cute little bag. This could honestly be used like if you don't normally carry like a handbag, but you randomly need to carry multiple things. Um, Perfect for that. It's got like a little tiny pocket for like a key or change or something. And this will fit like my phone would stick out of the top of it, but I do have the biggest one, the Pro Max. And then I got the guidebook um for 2026. Obviously I'm gonna have to translate like all of this, but I mostly got it for the artwork and the articles and commentary on how the creators of Hobonichi use the book. Um, so I just want to read about it. I want to just want a little bit more intel on it. I just think it'd be nice for the coffee table too. Conversation starter, like, why do you have a book in Japanese on your coffee table? Well, let me tell you. So yes, so cute. Really wanted this. It also serves as a catalog, so it also gives you like all the things that they currently have available. Um, and then the little freebies, which I'm already using my pen, but I also have the little robot paperweight, which I have. He's just been hanging out on my desk. I'm not waiting to December. Look at him. He's so cute. Look at him. Little cute guy. Look. Yeah, you love you. We need that message right now. There's a Hobonichi insignia on it. He's got a little. Isn't he precious? Ugh. Needs a name. I'll give him a name. He's so cute. He sits on my desk. And then because I got the cousin size Techo, I got the pen, which is it's their standard uni pen. It writes lovely, super handy. So that was for my first order. Well, I mean, for those of you who don't know and who are not familiar with Hobonichi, this is the cousin size or A5 size. I did get the English, simply because I want to read the quotes. I find it interesting. Something to reflect on. There's your dailies, your weekly spread, and then of course your monthly spread. It's standard. I haven't tried the paper yet. I didn't see a problem with the previous iterations when I used fountain pens per se, but I also wasn't looking for them, so I didn't really notice a difference. Also, I haven't been using Hobonichi for years. So yes, it is in English. It does still have the character for the days of the week, which I really like, and the moon phases, of course. So that's that. It's got its special little book for each book that is also a guide for use of your Hobonichi. So yeah, that's my first order. And then I was like, okay, well, the chairs weren't as bad as I thought they were going to be. We're going to revisit because there's a couple other ones that I wanted to go ahead and grab. So let me show you those. Okay, so was a little surprised. Round two came in a much larger box. It's got Hobonichi website on it, standard stuff. But this is what was in this larger box. Was parts of my order. I guess I already have dug through it. I already said I get very excited. So what the Hobonichi box looks like, this is a smaller iteration without all the shipping labels, which don't mind the shipping labels. There's no need to waste. It's got cute little Hobonichi branding on it. Lifebook 2026. And then same quote for this year if you want to read it less staccato than I did the first time. And then these are the other half of the items. So with this year, if you get the cousin size Techo, you get the little paperweight robot die and the pen. So I do have a secondary pen, which yay. And then these are I got some covers on covers. I already have multiple covers, and I really like a lot of them this year, but the ones that I have will serve the needs that I use them for. But all of these pieces were wrapped in plastic, bubble wrap, and I went through the accessories a little more, or the additional stationaries a little more in depth this time. So I ended up getting the 2026 A5 notebook. I usually get one, and I use it as a journal. That was probably very loud. I apologize. Um, I use it as a journal normally. That's I really like the paper, so it just makes a really nice journal, and it doesn't bulk up too much because I usually just do like stream of consciousness journaling. But there's a kitty. He is fishing for stars, looks like, and the stars are kind of sparkly. And then there's like the cityscape below, and then there's a little fox friend above the cityscape, the night sky. It's so cute. Love that. And then the cover on cover that I got um, is the A6 Tamagotchi one. And I can't remember, but I don't remember realizing or acknowledging that there was a back cover. I'm going to leave that paper in for a second. But it's got like different evolutions. Ye old poop. Um, yeah, the death knell. And then these are iterations or growth charts for the Tamagotchi. If you are not of a certain age, you will be like, "What is that?" Well, they made a comeback, right? Like I remember getting my nieces some, but it's easier to see on a black background. But they are in white. The cover that I have for this size is actually navy blue, so these will actually show up really well. And I think the black outline will give it a good contrast. But like that is so cute, and that gives life for me because I am a gal of a certain age. I believe the Tamagotchis all came out when I was about. Well, I'm going to tell you about how old I am, aren't I? Let's see, how old was I? I would say probably 12 years old when like the Nano Babies, the Tamagotchis, the Gigapets, all kind of came out. Um, my mom didn't see the sense in them, so she refused to get me one. But someone gave me some money for I can't remember why, and I bought because I am a true blue nerd. I bought an R2D2 one and had it for years, way after they were actually still supposed to be cool. Anyway, so this is the week's one cover on cover that I got, um, and it's got the cute little themed Tamagotchi, and just adorableness. Standard weeks cover on cover theme. I'll lay it down on my desk so you can kind of see it. So that's kind of what it looks like. It's adorable. Yes, they did good. Um, eh. Sorry, I'm creating a great deal of refuse here with my unpacking. And going forward, I believe I'm going to do a everyday carry as a weeks. Um, I have found that as much as I love like journaling and stuff, because I spend most of my time at work, um, journaling and planning aren't really a thing. So like I either can plan or journal, and planning is far more important. Of course, the Hobonichi guidebook um, that comes with all of the different Techo books. I got the Weeks sneaker because I do like the malleability of this. It has kind of like it's a matte, like if you can hear that, like a textured, what could I compare this to? I don't know. It reminds me of something, but like it's kind of a cardstock, a rough textured cardstock. Very like you don't really have to break the spine. It's already very smooth. Um, and get you going. I can just kind of slot her right on in there with great ease. It is a little bit longer, the sneaker. Um, Excuse me, I apologize. The sneaker is a little bit shorter. So if this were one of the harder bound Hobonichis, the hard cover, which my current one is, it would take up a little more of this space. Um, I honestly don't find this to be that big of a deal, simply because it's just like it's gonna go in my bag. I actually would prefer that it have a little bit of a bend over, because I sometimes just be shoving stuff in my bag, and sometimes if my protective cover is too flush, I end up damaging the tops of the book anyway, which I try not to allow to annoy me. That doesn't always work. But of course, it's got standard pockets. It's got its little adhesive pocket in the back, for the back, I guess. I usually end up putting this in something else because I get a cover on cover. This one can be used repeatedly, and I love that. And I like how malleable it is. So if I give it a little roughen up, it won't hurt it too much. Anyway, so there's that. So that was the main part of my second order were my cover on covers and my notebook. Um, Now, I said I went a little more too into the other stationery that they carry because I was just intrigued. I like page tabs for various reasons, and these adhere. You can see in the little diagram, they adhere to whatever notebook you're using. So this would have come in handy for a story Bible that I did because I tabbed the pages with certain colors, but I kind of improvised. But this was like, I was like, I need this. This is the cool thing. So I'll probably try to find a version similar to this that may not come from Japan. I don't know. I might get some in my stationery selection box. That would be cool. Um, but these I feel will be really handy. And these I got very excited about, which will be great, and not just in my Hobonichi and any of my planners that I use. These are sticky notes that can be like easily tipped in. They're the Hobonichi Tomoe River paper, but they have a sticky note, so they can be tipped in on your daily pages or your weekly pages if you need to add a list or something like that. And it's got that really nice, very pale gray. I think it's a 2 millimeter grid. There's 40 sheets of them. No, I'm sorry, 3.7 millimeter grid is what the thing says. So if you need to like add a page or extend the page where you want to journal or plan or make a list or something, super cute. I love this sage color, kind of a sage gray. That's great, and I can slip that and like these into my little annotation book, and it'll work out great. So yeah, I'm really pleased with my Hobonichi purchases so far. They are going to, serve the purpose that I need them to, which is keeping me organized and amusing me while doing it so I don't get bored of it. Um, so I got my sneaker weeks. I'm probably gonna leave that on there so it forms to it. But with the Tamagotchi cover on cover, love. Got the A6 cover on cover and the Tamagotchi theme, and then my notebook, and then these cute little accessories for planning, etc. So there we go. Yes, I did it in two orders. Like I said, I wasn't sure how the tariffs were gonna work, so I didn't want to go crazy on that first order. But yeah, that's it. I'm excited. I cannot wait till December. I can, but I can't. Like I want to start planning in this one because my main planner is actually I started last October, so this is the last month of that one. So I'm like, I'll just wait. It'll be fine. I'll just wait. It'll be fine. Um, but yeah, that's my Hobonichi orders. All right, so these are my Hobonichi selections for 2026. Um, I got my, my regular A5 and then an everyday carry so they can just kind of, correspond and stuff. Um, I hope this was helpful. If you haven't made your selections yet, um, share what your favorite part of this new 2026 collection was, and we'll all compare and contrast. Start a discussion. It'll be fun. But yeah, these are the pieces that I got. I'm very pleased with all of them. The shipping was insanely fast. The one once it shipped, it had to like the tracking had to catch up with what actually was happening. It was sitting on my doorstep, and the second one shipped so like there was a little bit of a delay. Obviously, it's to be expected. Mass, you know, purchasing. I mean, come on, 10 million copies sold. Um, so it was a little bit of a delay, but it never got to the point where it sent that it was shipped. It just showed up on my door, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Nice little surprise. So yeah, the shipping was much faster than I anticipated, which was great. And the checkout was super simple. It was really great. So if it is within your budget and your ability to order directly from Hobonichi, uh, it's worth it. That this was my first year going directly uh, from Hobonichi, and I was quite pleased. And also, I got the freebies. Um, and in past, I have gotten the things that would have warranted the little, freebies, and they did not come. Um, and of course, I don't believe you can purchase them outside of that. So I'm very pleased with that. But yeah, I really like Hobonichi. It's going to suit me, and I know that. And I'm going to go into 26, of course, planning with hope, and I hope you do the same. Thank you guys, and you have a good rest of your day. Bye bye.